Bay win the NFC South.
Hope everyone's holidays has been fantastic. What's good, everybody? Let's talk some Tampa sports immediately. If you got anything Tampa sports related, hat, shirt, jersey, tickets, could be anything, let me know down in the comments what you guys got. Got this hat, got that lightning chain behind me, this little Santa Funko Pop here, got a Mike Evans jersey, got this beauty here, this nice little sweater. Couple more t-shirts. I mean, unfortunately, this is my entire personality, so this is all people can think to get me. Don't matter to me. I'm loaded up on Bucs gear, got some Lightning gear, got one Rays t-shirt. I mean, I got a lot of Tampa sports stuff, pretty much all of my gifts. Playoffs. That is what our mind is still continuing to be set on. The season is not over, despite what some fans put out there. I mean, I can... The people that say the season's over, were you there when the season was really over, when December football meant absolutely nothing? Season's not over. As we know, the division is not fully in our control, so there are some things that need to happen for us to be able to get to the playoffs. But, I mean, really, control what you can control. Last Sunday night, it was rough. I was pissed off about it. The fan base was pissed off about it. But, I mean... you gotta move on. You gotta get past that. You know, we just had Christmas. I'm feeling a little bit of a better mood, and it's time. Turn the page. Coming out of the bye week a few weeks ago, we all said, you know, the Bucs have a really favorable schedule these final 7 games of the season. Even though the Bucs were on a 4-game losing streak, we still had some hope following the bye week because of the schedule. I'd say most people said, I think the Bucs are going to win 5 out of 7 games or 6 out of 7 games. I saw very few people with the optimism saying we're going to go undefeated. Given that we were on a 4-game losing streak, all of the injuries we have, I'd say undefeated is kind of unrealistic. I think the more realistic outcome here is the 5 or 6 wins. We played the Chargers. The Chargers was the big game out of the 7. Most people chalk that up as one of the losses or the loss. We got past them. And then some people chalked up one more loss. I mean, it's the NFL. You're going to slip up at some point. Even the good teams do. I mean, the Browns have beaten some playoff teams this year. Like, it's the NFL. It happens. The Bucs slipped up. They beat the Chargers as underdogs, but they did slip up against the Cowboys. That's just a fact. We want to call it a trap game, slip up, whatever it may be. It happened. It was a loss. But, like I said, not really anyone expected them to go fully, 7-0 undefeated during the stretch. But what we expected to happen, which was 5 or 6 wins of the 7, so far is on track. We beat the really good team. We slipped up against the Cowboys. And now we have Panthers, Saints, both at home, 2 division games. Control what you can control. Season is not over. Let's go get these dubs. Falcons gonna Falcon. Come on now. If they win these next 2 at home, which they will be favored at home, obviously, against 2 not great teams, that's 6. That's 6 out of 7, which is what a lot of us expected. So, they're on track despite how disappointing that loss was on Sunday. And who knows, maybe this team needed that wake-up call. They, handled business 4 games in a row pretty easily. Maybe they needed that slap in the face 2 games before the playoffs to, this is not going to be blowouts every week. And maybe I can see it. I mean, this team doesn't have a precisely focused, locked in like a Tom Brady or a Bruce Arians. They don't have guys in the locker room that really call guys out on their stuff, like JPP or Ndamukong Suh. They don't have those type of guys either. Maybe they needed this loss. Maybe it'll end up being best for the Buccaneers in the end. We can look back at this loss and be like, they needed that wake-up call badly. Who knows? Obviously, this is a level of optimism I'm putting towards you right now, but who knows? So once again, time to turn that page on the Sunday night loss, and we're looking ahead. There is a 3-step process to the ideal situation for the Buccaneers to make the playoffs. The most ideal, most realistic situation. 1, the Buccaneers play the Panthers at home on Sunday. You win that game. Step 1, complete. Then, we all, as Bucs fans, get to gather around our couches, our TVs, for Sunday Night Football, because it's a big one. Commanders versus the Falcons in Washington. Huge game. Commanders are going to be favored at home. Falcons going on the road for the first time with a rookie quarterback. If the Falcons falcon, step 2 is complete. Then, if 1 and 2 are good to go. Step 3 is a win and you're in situation next week against the Saints at home. Final game of the season. If you beat the Saints, you're in the playoffs. Very realistic. And you're hosting a playoff game. Records are wiped. Everyone's 0-0. You're at home against a wild card team. You never know. Season's not over. Let's go. Come on. It's only been a couple of weeks since we played this team, the Carolina Panthers, at their place. The Bucs were low-key lucky to win that game. They got the ball first in overtime. They get stopped. All the Panthers needed was a field goal to win. They got down into field goal range, and their running back fumbles. Thank you to Anthony Nelson for potentially saving the Bucs season. Please, do not let it get that close. Do not play with your food. You got your wake-up call last week against the Cowboys. Handle business. 2 teams we don't like. They don't like each other. Handle your business at home. Simple as that. We know what the Panthers bring to the table. Like I said, it was just a couple weeks ago. Bryce Young, he's playing better. The team is fighting very, very hard for Dave Canales, and he has them playing the best I've seen the Panthers play in a pretty decent amount of time. Run game is looking good with Chuba Hubbard. He just had his redemption game last week against the Arizona Cardinals, scoring that overtime touchdown to win the game. I mean, let me pull this up. Since they've played us, 26-23. We barely beat them, like I said. Low-key lucky to get out of that one. Then they go toe-to-toe with the Eagles in Philadelphia. They do get beat by the Cowboys, and then they beat the Cardinals, eliminating them from the playoffs. They are playing better, despite being 1-3, including our game with them. It's not the same walk in, smoke them, and leave. They're playing very hard right now for Dave Canales. And we saw that dynamic play out in Carolina. I mean, Dave Canales, he spent a year with Todd Bowles. He knows what he wants to do on defense. He's going to send the pressure. And Bryce Young played pretty well. I mean, had about 300 passing yards, didn't throw an interception. He looks pretty good against the Bucs. I know they only put up 23, but, I mean, you think about the shaky Adam Thielen touchdown or no touchdown. That went the Bucs' way, and then the fumble at the end. If they end up kicking a field goal, that's another 3 points. So they could have put up 30 or more than 30. But you got to figure that out. Todd Bowles, you got to figure that out. You saw what I think Dave probably won that first battle, offense versus defense. Panthers' offense does not look very good against many teams. It looked pretty solid against the Bucs. Now, Todd Bowles using that tape, coming back with the punches, with the counters against Dave Canales. I like Todd Bowles more in this matchup at home. Offensively for the Bucs, we saw the recipe. We saw the recipe clear as day. Mike Evans, good game. And then the run game. Mike Evans, run game. Mike Evans, run game. Run game, run game, run game. Run game. Please, Liam Cohen. I don't think we went to it early and often enough against Dallas. I think the number was the first 10 plays, 8 of them were passes. Run that ball. This Carolina Panthers defense cannot stop the run. They haven't been able to do it all year. They couldn't do it against us in the first matchup. Remember that Bucky Irving had a massive game against the Panthers. And then Rachaad White had that 30-something yard run dagger to put the Bucs in field goal range. They walked out of there with the dub. Run the ball. Run the ball against this team that's like 30 or 31st ranked against the run. They can't stop it. They can't stop it. I have a very good feeling that we're going to have some Bucky chants breaking out all over Raymond James Stadium this Sunday. Run the ball. Just got the notification that the Cowboys just ruled out CeeDee Lamb for the rest of the season. Why couldn't you guys do that last week? You had to wait till after. Anyways, though, I don't think I need to dig too hard on the Carolina Panthers. I've already made a preview on them before, going through their team, this, that, and the other. It's the same thing, but at home. And we've seen now that they can compete with us. You just got to handle your business. Let last week be last week. Learn from it. Finish off this season 2-0. And hope. And in my opinion, likely it's going to happen. The Falcons are going to falcon, and you're going to host a home playoff game, and we get to be there in that atmosphere. Envisioning it in my head, manifesting it in my head. Let's go. So I'm going to go Bucs handle business at home. Step 1 of this 3-step process to the playoffs will be complete. Bucs win 30-20. Maybe a little close in the beginning, but they end up pulling away. They don't let the same thing happen like it did last time. At home, they have the momentum. They have the crowd behind them. Let's go. 30-20. Bucs win. That's going to be it for me. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think going into this game. Drop your score prediction below. All of that, of course, everything you got for Christmas, Tampa sports related, that as well. Please like, subscribe. Go Bucs. You all have a blessed one.